Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. We are extremely pleased that we are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? You are knowing what you are wanting. You are enjoying the evolution of your personal desire. Oh, yes. Do you realize that you are vibrational beings mostly? And that everything in the universe is responding to your point of attraction because you are sending off a vibrational signal? If you know that, you are weird. If you know that, you are not a normal human. But you do have an advantage that normal humans don't have, because you then understand how things work for you. You then have control. Once you understand that, you're putting out a signal and that signal is being responded to, then it's not hard to figure things out once you begin making the correlation between your signal and what's happening. So how do you make the correlation? How do you translate this vibration into something that's meaningful? You do it in a lot of ways without even knowing you're doing it. You translate vibration, and that's why you see. But most people usually don't think of sight as a vibrational thing, but it is. Easier to hear it about your hearing, isn't it? Translation of vibration. What you smell is a translation of vibration. Your touching is, you're translating, even your tongue is translating vibration. Different food has different vibration, and that's why it tastes different to you. Everything is vibrational. So when you begin to accept that this is a vibrational universe that you are translating, and that your senses translate it, and then you begin to become consciously aware of the most significant translator of vibration that you possess, which is your emotional center, then you begin to understand how things fit together. Before you understand how things fit together, you have to understand what the things are that are fitting together. In other words, what makes the vibration that you call emotion is the positioning or the relationship between the vibration that you are offering from your broader non-physical perspective and the vibration that you're offering because of the thought you're thinking right now. In other words, you are more than you see in these physical bodies, and you're more than the vibration that we've just described that you are translating physically. You are a source energy being. Whether you know it or not, or whether you even want to know it or not, you're vibrational beings. And you are, in this physical format, extensions of an eternal consciousness, a source energy point of view that has expressly presented itself here into this physical experience. So you began as source energy, but you remain as source energy even though you are here focused in this physical body. Most people, you're a little different than most people, don't get that. Most people don't get that. Most people think that they were non-physical. They call it soul or angel, or I came from heaven and here I am, but I'm here now, not there. And that's not true. You are source energy always, and that source energy is focused here in this physical body. And we want you to know that in you coming into this body, you didn't come without the larger part of you. The larger part of you came too. The larger part of you is present here in this time-space reality. The larger part of you is here now, and to the degree that you are in sync vibrationally, then you get the full representation of who you are. So how do you feel in a moment when the fullness of who you are is being allowed by you, when you realize that you are source energy in these physical bodies, and that the source energy part of you is always here with you? To the degree that you allow it through the syncing of the vibration, you have a fuller experience. In other words, how would you know when you're allowing the fullness of who you are to flow? You feel really good. You feel frisky. You feel clear-minded. You feel flexible. You feel intelligence. You feel all-knowingness. You feel intuitiveness. You feel harmony. You feel love. You feel appreciation. You feel tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You feel the fullness of who you are. And when you pinch it off, and it's easy to do because it's easy to get out of sync with Source. All you have to do is get mad at somebody. You're out of sync with Source. All you have to do is not like yourself a little. You're out of sync with Source. All you have to do is nitpick over some unimportant thing and make something that isn't important important. In other words, as you focus lackfully, you're always out of sync with Source. As you focus critically, you're always out of sync with Source. So what's up with Source? Does Source have no discerning ability? Is Source just blinded by love? Pretty much. Does Source always need to find the positive aspects? Can Source not be objective enough to see that something is screwy with that? Well, it isn't that Source doesn't see the screwiness. It's just that Source accepts the screwiness as not wrong, as not threatening. Source sees the variety in contrast. Source just, and you may want to write this down because it is profound beyond profound. Source just doesn't freak out. Source doesn't find unimportant things and use it as the excuse to pinch itself off from the source of Source. And when you reach that place where you really get it, that everything is all right, and that every contrasting experience is just right in its providing desire. Do you accept that you are eternal beings? Oh yeah, blah, 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 Abraham. Yeah, we're eternal. Eternal, eternal, eternal. We're eternal. We get it. We're eternal. Eternal, 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 eternal. But do you get it that you are eternal beings? Oh yeah, we get it, Abraham. We're eternal. We're eternal, eternal, eternal. I want to talk about my car, please. Those people at work are really getting to me, Abraham. Can we talk about that? Something a little less eternal. But the reason that we want you to know that you are eternal is because you, in your eternalness, are so at one with this variety in which you are focused, because you know that the variety in which you are focused is giving birth to new preferences, and that's a big deal to an eternal being. Because if you're eternal, you need new ideas. If you're eternal, there must be something new to call you forward. And if there's not something new to call you forward, then you can't be eternal, and you can't have it both ways. You can't be eternal and not be eternal. You're eternal. We're just trying to make you accept the fact that there will always be variety that will always cause you to ask for something more. So when you make peace with the variety that is causing your expansion, as the source within you has made peace with the variety that is causing your expansion, then you'll be like source, and you won't freak out either in the contrast. Instead, you will accept the contrast as a wonderful, life-giving, life-promoting, eternally promoting thing, you see. Friends, what we really want to say to you is, it's easier than you've been making it out to be. But you don't try very hard until you feel desperate. But when you're desperate, then it's a little bit harder, because then you've got all that manifestation that you have to overcome. But it really is an easy thing. These things we know about you. You are source energy in physical bodies, here intending not just occasionally, not just at the basketball game, not just at the football game in the moment of the touchdown of the team that you've bet your money on, not just at those peak moments. You have intended to experience bliss and joy and satisfaction and peacefulness and contentment and invigoration and passion, or some version of all of those things in every moment of every day. You are powerful, genius, brilliant creators, and the source within you is reveling on that wavelength and having those feelings all day, every day. And when you feel less than that, it's only because you're focused in a lesser vibration than you are worthy of, a lesser vibration than you deserve. Life is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. When you meet people, you're supposed to like them. When you listen to people, you're supposed to find interesting things. In every moment, there is the potential of a succulent, delicious thing occurring in every moment. And if you're not having lots and lots and lots of those moments, it's because you're vibrationally out of whack, and you can do something about it, you see. It's so worth doing something about it. Don't ask anybody to change. Don't ask anything to be different. Don't ask one thing to be different. Just accept, I have the power to feel good anyway. I have the power to feel good, even though my government has lost its mind. I have the power to feel good, even though the weather is not my favorite. I have the power to feel good, even though I have the power to feel good because I choose to, and because the source within me already is there and is rooting for me, is beaming a signal to me. And anything less than that is only because I'm not making the effort to focus myself into the feeling, which is the easiest thing in the world to do. We want to offer to all of you our appreciation for that which you are. This has been a very exhilarating experience for us, and you have been magnificently cooperative components to this leading edge of thought. Did you feel it? Did you feel yourself moving into new places of insight? And do you feel more at one with where you are? That is the most important thing that we are wanting you to take away from this. We want you to revel in the manifestations that you are living while you do a little bit more deliberate job of selectively sifting. Because there's so much in your powerful now that will enhance your relationship with your vortex, while there is some in your powerful now that does not enhance your relationship with your vortex. So use your now only to enhance your relationship with your vortex. And otherwise, just let your dominant intent be to be feeling as good as you can feel. In other words, don't ask the manifestation to shift. Just care about feeling good. We've had enough discussions here today, and you've watched enough shifting in all of this. And we've offered you the best process for doing real vortex work in this specifically negative, generally positive, and then specifically positive. This is a tool that you can really work with if you're standing in a place where there's something in your now that is keeping you from feeling good. If there are many things in your now, if your now is just full of wonderful things that are feeling good, then just acknowledge them and talk about them and revel in them. In other words, if you're feeling good, be specific, be specific, be specific, be specific, be specific. The more specific you can be while you're feeling good, the more you will carry that. We just want you to feel this manifestation that is affected by the vortex. We want you to leave here knowing that there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. We want you to know that you have come here to manifest, and that you've come here to manifest delicious and wonderful things. And we want you to know that the manifestations are all queued up. They're ready for you to rendezvous with them, but that you have to get into the vortex first, and then the inspiration will come. We want you to know that the vortex is where your inner being is, and where the vibrational essence of all things that you want resides. And we want you to know that the cooperative components have already been assembled, and that just your understanding that the vortex exists, your acceptance that this that you want is there within it, and your willingness to feel your way in, feel your way in, feel your way in, even if it isn't easy. You're going to watch the power of creation, the energy that creates worlds, the energy that flows through the fingertips of your clay moving mind. We want you to watch the demonstration of what those who don't understand will call miracles, of those who do understand will call deliberate creation. We want you to enjoy the hands-on creating from inside the vortex. It is so fun to visit with you. And we have devoured the deliciousness of your manifestations, and will continue to do just that. You didn't come to separate yourself from the physicality. You came to embrace it fully. And we have come to embrace it fully with you as well. And so we leave you, not really, but for now, letting you know our appreciation for you, and letting you know that we eternally stand with you, ready for you anytime, inside the vortex. Really good. So good. Yeah, it's a good day.